Hello everyone, it is Michelle Litwiller. I can't even say my name. It's Michelle Litwiller here with Owl Star Stampers, and I'm so excited to be here with you. I had to look at my phone. It is Thursday, July 24th, 2025, and we are on day 4 of our week-long Christmas craft along. Well, 6 days. So we have 12 projects total. I've been live Monday, Tuesday, last night, Wednesday, and today to do 2 more projects today. So say hi when you're here, when you're hopping on. You can put a 1 if you're watching live, a 2 if you're watching the replay. Let me know where you're from, and we'll get started in just a minute. I'm super excited for today's projects. We are making 2 fantastic cards today. Good morning, Sharon from Sacramento. Hello, Christina. So good to see you guys this afternoon. Well, it's afternoon for me, depending where you are in the world. Okay. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share with all your crafty friends. Hit the bell so you're notified of future uploads. And you can also subscribe to my Facebook page and follow me there. So thank you for doing all of those. Hi, Susan and Ruby and Nancy. If you are new to me and you're not on my email list, you can join it right here. That's where you get information on classes, events, and free tutorials. So sign up so you do not miss out. All right. Christina's from Georgia. I love your little peach. From Nancy said, good morning from hot, humid Illinois. Yes, it was. I left a doctor's appointment this morning at 9:30, and it was 89 here in Michigan. Today it's supposed to be smoking hot here as well, and it's very humid too. So we must be getting a heat wave across the country. Tutorial store. I have an amazing tutorial store in all my classes, and all my video tutorials are there. And if you want anything I've done in the past, you can find it on that website right here. And you can purchase them individually. The one, this Christmas craft along is like over 34, it's 34 pages long. It's on there for $25. If you want to purchase it, you get it free if you place an order with me this week that's at least $50 or more. But the other thing is my tutorial store is only $24.95. So this is $25. This costs more, and if you do that for the monthly, you get everything for a month. My team also gets that for free. So if you're interested, you can check that out. And there's where you can go shopping if you need any of the supplies we're using. And today we have free shipping. Yesterday we had free shipping, and tomorrow we have free shipping on orders over $75 or more. So if you do qualify for free shipping, you'll automatically get my free tutorial as well. And I'll send you the link for this amazing PDF. It has color photos, it has supply lists, a cutting measurement, and step-by-step directions. So me and 5 of my very bestest friends got together to create these projects. And so it's been fun to go live every day this week to create some Christmas in July stuff with you. All right, so that's where we're at. I also still have some summer retreats. I'm telling you guys, you're not going to want to miss out. Or if you're close to me, I do have a couple of spots in studio too, so sign up for that. And I think those are all my main announcements today. Okay. Oh, I'm glad some of you are on here. Sharon said, it is hot, hot, hot. It is. I hope you're staying cool. Barbara's in Connecticut, and she's been loving this week. Thank you. Hi, Joan from Washington. All right, so on day 1, we made this adorable box, and we made a fun fold card. So we're using the Jolly Holly bundle as well as the Jar of Joy stamp set, and then the coordinating punch this week. So we have that. Then on day 2, we made this adorable box. So if you missed any of these videos, you can go back and watch the replay. They're all on my YouTube channel, Owl Star Stampers. And if you like my shirt, it's in my Etsy store. I had somebody message me yesterday. I wore one that said creative. Said, where do I get that? And I have an Etsy store. It's Owl Star Stampers. I have tons of shirts, and they come in a variety of colors. They're super soft, true to size. So just wanted to throw that out there because I was asked yesterday. This one we did on day 2 as well. It's a fun fold. It opens like this. So that's cute with that cute little snowman in the jar. Then yesterday for day 3, we made some really adorable cards. We had this card right here and then this one. So today is day 4. So I'm excited to we have so many projects. So yesterday was a halfway point. I did pre-cut, I think, most of my paper, but I do need to do some die cutting, so we will do that together. Let's turn the camera down and get crafting. Marcy said it's a cool 58 where she's at, I think. So thank you guys for joining me today. Okay, let's get crafting. Okay, I have my silicone mat here. For the first card, we are using the Jolly Holly bundle. So this is in our online exclusive. I love the pretty fonts. And then it's awesome because it has these dies, which I love the labels, the rectangles with the stitching. And then it has these little poinsettias, some bells, and it has a hybrid embossing folder, which we did show on day 1. We're going to use the embossing folder on our second card. So we're going to need to do a little bit of die cutting on this card. But for card number 1, here are our pieces. All right. I have card number 2 right here too. So we're going to have a pretty in pink. Are you guys like, do you love traditional or do you like to go outside of the box a little bit with your Christmas cards? I think it's fun to do a non-traditional card every so often. So pretty in pink is what we're using for our card base. And this is 4 1/4 by 11 and it needs to be scored at 5 1/2. So I am going to get my paper trimmer and score that so it just has a good crease. So 5 1/2. Score, don't cut. So your blade is the light. Your cut is the dark. I've flipped mine around. Okay, so we're gonna score that and then take your bone folder and give it a really nice crease. Okay, some of the other pieces we're gonna need are, you're gonna need your mossy meadow and gold ribbon and your dots, and we are gonna be using a Winka Stella today, which I have right here. You guys know I love that. Joan said both, and Donna Joy said I'm more traditional. I agree. I think I'm more traditional too, but every so often I like to do something a little different. So I get that. Okay, now we're gonna need, according to our directions, 2 pieces of the Need for Tweed. It looks like a little sweater. We're going to be using like this cherry cobbler piece, which looks really nice with the pink. So we need 2 of those, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and 2 pieces of basic white that's 5 by 3 3/4. We're going to need a rectangle, which I just have a bunch of them. They're cut out from the dies, so you'll need to cut out your dies. Yeah, you can totally change the pretty in pink to cherry cobbler for sure, Donna. So I have some rectangles already cut, so we're going to need 1 of those. And then a scrap to do some die cutting. So isn't that what's so fun, is that you can totally change out the colors. You can do that with any card you make. Okay, so our first thing we're going to want to do is on this white layer for the front of our card, this is going to have just like the tiniest little layer. Somebody is trying to call me. It's going to have the tiniest edge, but we're going to do some stamping before we put that on there. So we're going to stamp 5 cherry cobbler I have my ink right here. I like that. So we're gonna do 5 cherry cobbler poinsettias in a line, and then we're gonna use our Wink of Stella to color the flower and pull the ink. So let us grab, we're gonna take this right here, the little poinsettia, and we're gonna do 5 of those, which I have not used that yet. We're also gonna get the bell. So I'm just gonna grab that right now. I'm gonna stick them down. We're gonna get the bell. You can tell I've been using this set. Then we're also gonna stamp have a holly jolly Christmas. So we need, I haven't used any of these ones today. Then I know I have used the Christmas, so there we go. Okay, do we need, all right, I think we got it all. So we're gonna take my Versamark and this poinsettia. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm so happy, or ladies and gentlemen, people of all the people. Okay, I'm putting it in Versamark just because I haven't used this yet to condition my stamp. Now we're going to open up our cherry cobbler, and I kind of want to see what label I'm going to be using. Christmas. I think I'm going to use the bigger, like the fatter label is what we're going to use for our words. So I was just kind of position that. So there's 2 rectangles, so I'm going to use the bigger one. So then we're going to have the poinsettia kind of like peeking out on the edge. So that just kind of helps me to know. So we're going to do 5. So I'm going to do kind of eyeball maybe the center one first. And I'm going to put one right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It said 5. Okay, there we go. We got 5. Then we're going to stamp 1 on a scrap paper. And then we're also going to stamp the bells. All right. I need my Versamark for here. Hello, hello. Then we're gonna stamp our bells right there. Okay, so let's color them in with our Wink of Stella. And I'm gonna clean off my stamps really quick. Okay, so we're gonna take our Wink of Stella and do you see how it kind of pulls the color in? Maybe I should do the whole flower, and then you can see it just makes it almost like a pink color, which kind of ties into the pink card base. You could color them in with your blends too. You could leave them plain. You could do a lot of fun things. So I'm just gonna do this. This one's probably gonna be covered, so I'm not gonna do that one. All right, and then it adds a little bit of sparkle too. So that's kind of what we have now. Now we're gonna do, this one is gonna go on the inside of our card. So I'm planning ahead. And if you're crafting along, I love that too. I know some of you go back and do it later. Then we're gonna color in some of the bell, pull some of that ink on our bell. And then we'll do the bow. So I'm just kind of barely touching the edge, and then that's pulling that ink in to fill it in. All right, there we go. We have it kind of filled in. Hello, Joan and Michelle, Miriam, Nadine. All right, so we have that. So maybe we should cut these out with our dies really quick. So we're gonna go to our dies, and we need this and that. So I didn't cut them out ahead of time. So I have over here my little mini Stampin' and Emboss machine, and somewhere I have Post-it tape, but I am just going to do one at a time. So I do not want them to wiggle. I'm gonna do the bells first. You guys, if you've been following me, I got really great news today. At my hematologist, all of my blood clots are gone in my legs, as well as the 2 large ones in my lungs. So that is a little bit of a relief. I still am going to be on blood thinners for a while, but it's good to know that they're gone. So, and I had to have another minor surgery in August, and I was cleared for that. So I'll obviously have to come off the blood thinners for that, but I was worried that they might still be there and then that would be pushed aside, but that's good to hear. Okay, thank you, Joan. Okay, we got that one out. So see how cute that is? All right, I'm putting my dies back. Thank you, Nadine. Yes. Okay. Now, let's do our stamping on our label, and then we're going to assemble our card. So for our words, we're going to use Mossy Meadow, which is going to tie in with our really pretty ribbon. Yes, it is such good news. I agree. I had to share it with you guys because most of you have been along for the journey, the unexpected journey. Okay, I'm just gonna put these in here so I don't lose them. Okay, we're gonna have a Holly Jolly, and I'm gonna use my Versamark again before I go in with my Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to stamp Holly Jolly first, and then we have the top and bottom part. So I'm gonna do this and stamp it kind of like right there. And mine totally needs to be re-inked. That's almost looks like old olive, but that's okay. We're just gonna go with it. And then we have the Have A, and I'm going to ink that up. One of my least favorite things is having to re-ink an ink pad. I don't know why. It's not hard. It's just like, it's just not very fun. Like, to me, I just would rather be making cards than have to re-ink my ink pad. So this one definitely needs to be re-inked. Maybe some of you can relate to me. I don't know why. I don't like doing that. That's the one thing I don't like doing. Okay, have a Holly Jolly, and then let's do our Christmas. I forgot, apparently I was supposed to have blood work done after about 2 weeks ago. I had a CT scan and some other, like my legs and stuff done. I was supposed to have my blood done, and I forgot to do it, or I don't remember her. I actually don't remember her telling me to do it. So they did that today. So I'm waiting for more results to come back from that. Okay, here's our Christmas. And we're gonna put that down here. Isn't this so cute? I love how the Holly Jolly is in cursive. And now we are going to glue this together. Okay, so let's take these pieces and let's glue this together. This has a really skinny border, so I'm wondering if I should use my handy dandy glue. Remember what happened yesterday, the blob? Let's see if I can, oh, that's much better. I like the wide end, so then I can, and I normally never do it on the, I always do it on the smaller piece, but I know there's like hardly any edge on this one. So I'm gonna swipe it all around, and then we're gonna put this on here. See, it kind of curled up, and then we can, oh my gosh, I just got, where did that mark come from? Where did that mark come from? I don't know, but I have a little sanding block here. Oh no, I'm gonna have to put some gems there or something. That just, something must be on here. That is so maddening when you, whatever, we're gonna fix it and we're gonna go with it, and that's not gonna be there. Okay, then we're gonna take our ribbon and we're gonna tie a bow off to the side. And I don't know, maybe my bow will be over here. We'll see. We'll see how we like it. Or, you know, how, because I got ink there. We'll see. I probably could just, yeah, there's some gems in the ribbon. We can hide it. Okay, trim this. Then, yeah, embellish it. I agree. That's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to put this right in the middle. Or actually up there where it's going to hide that little mark. Then we're going to take this and put it on with some dimensionals. And then we are going to put that here, kind of like so. And then, oh good, that will hide, there's a tiny little mark down here. So this is gonna hide this one, so that's good. I'm gonna put a little dimensional right there, and then put this on here. And then we will glue, is this, you can glue it on or we can pop it up. Let's see. I don't know. I think it's popped up, but I think I'm gonna put mine flat. You can totally pop it up. It will look great. I love popping everything up, but I'm gonna put this like here. Then we're gonna come back to put the dots on, but on the inside, we're gonna take these. Have you ever put designer series paper on the inside? If not, we're gonna do that today. And I need to stamp it first. So we're gonna stamp with that dried up mossy meadow. I love this sentiment right here. It says, may the spirit of the season bring you hope, happiness, and love. So we're gonna stamp that. And I thought I had a mossy meadow ink refill over here, and I don't. Darn it. So I'm just gonna put this on here in the middle. Okay, we're gonna ink this up. Like, I can't even tell that I just sprayed a spritz of water. I don't know if I'm recommend that, but it's going to give me enough ink to get this stamped, because there we go. Okay, so now that we have that, now we're done with our stamping in here. Wipe this off. And we're gonna glue this together. We're gonna put that other poinsettia in the inside. Poinsettia. Okay, I'm loving how this card is coming together. So now I can wiggle it over to get it perfectly centered. And then I'm gonna put this on the inside. We're gonna take that this little thing right here. We're gonna put that down here in the corner. Then we're gonna take our gems. We're gonna take the green. We're gonna put one in the inside there. There's the inside of our card. Then the outside of our card, we're going to add a couple more here. So I'm gonna take a big one and put one right there to cover up that spot. And then a smaller one and put it right there. And then we'll do another one over here. There's our first card. What do you guys think of this one? Pink. Again, you could also change it up to red, cherry cobbler, if you want more traditional color. But I love it. It is very pretty. Thank you, Cynthia. So there's our first card for today, day 4. All right. Now we're gonna get ready to do our second card. Hi, Deborah. Thank you, Nadine. I know, Nadine, you like pink. Okay, our second card I'm super excited about. I really like these colors. So we have a basic gray card base. Oh shoot, I forgot to do a circle. Hopefully I do. You're gonna need your package of labels, and you're gonna need the smoky slate in there. So grab that. I was gonna just die cut one, but I didn't do that. So good thing I have my little labels right here. So we got that. You're going to need some other pieces. So we're gonna need a strip of basic white, a 1/2 inch by 3, which I don't have that, but I'll grab a little 1/2 inch strip for a sentiment. We're gonna need a scrap for our jar, which I have right here, a scrap for a jar. Then we're gonna need a 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. So got that. That's gonna be the inside. Then we need our Country Woods paper. We need a piece like this for the outside, a strip like this for the inside, cherry cobbler that is embossed with that holly jolly. So I did that. And then we're gonna need oh my gosh, why is everyone calling me when I'm live right now? This we're gonna need to stamp our sentiment and Versamark, and then a little piece for our lid. So those are our pieces. So first thing we're gonna do, let's score our card base. Deborah loves the non-traditional Christmas cards too. Yes, Anita would love a purple Christmas card, wouldn't she, Deborah? Okay, we're gonna cut that in half. And so there we got that. Now let me get a good crease. And Sharon, you love the DSP on the inside. I do too. It's fun. And I mean, really, we have so much DSP. We can put it on the inside, most of us. I mean, a lot of us like to hoard the designer series paper, but okay. Now with this piece, we're gonna do something I haven't done. and it's mostly like a sensory type issue for me. So I'm gonna try it, but it says take the Countryside Woods Designer Series paper using the sharp edge of your paper snips, drag it along the edge to roughen up the edges, and it's okay if some areas tear. This just makes me wanna like, ugh, like just like it's kind of like chalkboard, nails on a chalkboard. So that's why I've never done this, but it's going to distress our paper. So I'm going to try really hard to do this. So be careful, especially if you're on blood thinners like me, because I literally cut my edge with my scissors. And I know we don't sell these scissors anymore, but a lot of you have them, or you have very sharp scissors. So just be careful if you do this. I know we used to, and maybe some other companies had like a distressing tool. So if you have that, that would work too. But we're going to take, I don't know what side is the sharp side and not. To me, they're both sharp. So I'm just going to take this. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's not giving me too much of a heebie-jeebies. I'm dragging it. And I don't know if you can see a little bit. Like, you know when your paper trimmer, like it's like you want a dull blade. We're gonna, oh, it's starting to get to me. I'm gonna try to go fast, work fast. Okay. There's one side. Ugh. This is really hard for me, Cassie. Too distressing for me. Yeah, I don't know. I love the look of it, but I just can't really, it's really hard for me to do this part. Okay, I'm gonna go along this. They're trying to find a new supplier for snips, but I don't know. If you're like me, I own like 10 pairs of these. So like I have a pair here, there, everywhere, lose them, buy another pair. So I'm sure most of us crafters have a ton of them. So the people that make them just quit making them. So they're trying to find somewhere else. So don't be too sad. Hopefully they'll have more, but like, I mean, cause I might need 12 pairs instead of 10 someday. Okay. So then, oh my gosh, this is, I'm sorry. This is like, okay, I gotta stop. I can't do it anymore. You guys are probably, some of you are laughing at me. I'm not trying to do that on purpose. It's just like, ooh, I don't even know how to describe it. Okay, there we go. I did it, and I got all the junk. Now it's all on me. The little, but can you see the edge and the little fibers? Melissa, okay, I'm glad I'm not alone, because I felt like, whew, I just couldn't do that. That was really rough for me. I love the look of it, but it's just hard for me to do it. So then we're going to curl the edge, I think. Again, I don't do this either, but we can take our, so my dad is here, and my father-in-law, and they're trying to hang up a slat board wall. And I think they're waiting for me to get done with my video, but I don't care if they make noise. You guys don't care. It's gonna hold up all my kits and stuff. Okay, so she has it kind of bent like that. She has some of it like, you could take your nail that, ugh, I can't do that either, but anyway. Okay, so we have it distressed, and curl the top edge by using your fingers to roll it. And then we're just gonna glue it down. We've done good enough, and we're gonna glue this down. Okay. Whew. I can't wait to tell Jennifer about this. She'll laugh at me. Okay, there's that. Now we're going to glue this down on here. Okay, so we got that on our front. Okay, next we're going to cut cherry cobbler cardstock and emboss. We have that. and attach it to the front of the card. So our emboss piece, I love that embossing folder. We're just going to go ahead. Oh no, I just tore it. I wasn't pressing down hard enough. That can happen. You got to be a little aggressive with your seal on your 3D pieces. We're going to put this over here like so. Then we're going to take our, add the smoky slate. We're going to attach this. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to put that right here like so. And next we're going to, I know that this piece goes across the bottom of the inside. So I'm just going to attach this down here. Oops, I did it totally crooked. Okay, I just totally got it messed up. I just put it on a little crooked. There we go. Okay, there's that. Now, I'm not going to stick that down yet because we're going to do a little bit of stamping on the inside. Okay, let's grab our sentiments, and we got to stamp a jar. So where's our cute little jar here? We're going to do our jar. We're going to do the lid in cherry cobbler, and we're going to stamp the ornaments today. Where's my punch? Right here. Okay, so we're going to punch out the lid in cherry cobbler. Let's stamp our jar in smoky slate. We're going to do smoky slate today instead of the memento. So grab smoky slate, do our jar and the ornaments right here. I got a block right here. We're going to smoky slate this up and put that there. Then we're going to do our little ornaments inside in smoky slate, and then we're going to color the hearts in cherry cobbler. So those just go like that. I'm glad you love it. And now we're going to, we need this. And then on the inside, may your heart be filled with joy. Let's get that out. I'm still like almost shaking from that. Distressing. I didn't know things like that bothered me. I learn something about yourself every day. Okay, we're done with the gray, smoky slate. Now we're gonna go back to cherry cobbler. And we are going to stamp on the inside this one right here. May your heart be filled with joy. And I'm going to stamp that across here. I did re-ink that, so we're going to put that right there. Then we're going to take that off. And then we need a little 1/2-inch strip, which of course I have like 8 million in the other room. Do I have one out here today? Nope, I don't. Here we go. Here's a 1/2-inch strip. And now we're going to stamp this, but we don't need the cheer because we're going to do that in Versamark. So we're gonna stamp this right here. Okay, then we're gonna clean that off. So again, if any of you want to grab one of my last remaining summer retreats or come in studio, I think it's on August 9th. I have some spots available. You're gonna love it. So get one of those. Okay, then on the cherry cobbler, we're going to heat emboss this in white powder. So we just need the word cheer. So there's that. We're almost done. We're going to put this all together. Take that off. So get some white embossing powder. I'm so glad you're having fun crafting with me, Sharon. Okay. So, I know I'm going a little bit fast right now because I know my dad is waiting on me. So I didn't know they were coming. We're gonna heat this up. Okay, got that. Now we're gonna punch out this right here. We need that. We're gonna take our cherry cobbler marker and color in the little hearts and the ornaments. All right. So cute. I'm so glad, Cheryl. Okay, let's put it all together. This goes in the inside. Isn't that so cute for the inside? I love having an inside to your card. It just really lets a person know you love them. All right, now, so we have that on the inside. Now for the outside, we're gonna attach the lid to the jar. Again, we just punched out cherry cobbler with our punch. That's gonna go right there. Now you can wrap the twine around the jar like it's wrapped around. I'll post pictures of what they're doing. So it's wrapped around. Let's see if I have the patience to do this today. And then a bow. It has two, but I'm not doing that. No way. We're just gonna do one bow. And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna take it off and just stick a bow down with a glue dot. You can just take a bow and put it on with a glue dot too. This is really cute, but there's that. Oh my gosh, it is so cute. Okay, so we wrapped that around. We tied a bow. We're gonna pop that up with some dimensionals. We're almost done, friends. We're gonna put this on. Embossing is so nice. Yeah, Barbara, you will fall in love with it. Okay, that's gonna go there. We're gonna take this and snip this. Put a couple of dimensionals right here. Put this across here. And then our chair, we're just gonna we're gonna cut it out. You could just cut a little strip too, but we're gonna kind of just piece it out. And okay. This is gonna go right there. Isn't this is so cute? Okay, so our little thing here, you could pop it up if you want. I'm just gonna put it on right there. And then you can finish it off with some little gems if you want. I think there's some blue ones on here. So I have my take your pick tool, and I'm gonna put 1, 2, and 3. There we go. There's our second card. What do you guys think of this one? So cute. And there's the inside. So I want to point out the distressing that nearly sent me over the edge, but it turned out so cute. You don't have to do that part if it bothers you, like a sensory type thing like me. But I hope you love today's project. It is so cute. Okay, so we did card number 2. Here's card number 1 right here with the pink and the cherry cobbler and the mossy meadow. And just a recap, yesterday from day 3, we did these 2 cards. And then day 2, we did this card, which is a fun fold. And then we did this box. And then day 1, we did this box and this fun fold. So we are getting a pile. And don't forget, I'm going to be live again tomorrow at noon and a Saturday to do even more projects with you guys. So I hope you are loving the Christmas craft along. Again, if you place at least a $50 order, you'll get the free tutorial. If you go to $75, you'll get free shipping. I have some summer retreats available. Don't miss out on that. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at noon for our day 5. If you want to shop any products, here is the link. Well, not that one. That's the tutorial. There you go if you want to go shopping. Okay, everyone. Let me know if you have a favorite from today. It's hard to pick, but I agree. These bundles they've been so fun to play with. So fun. So we will see you next time. Stay cool. I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Bye.